Jules, does Erling Haaland know where he's going?
I don't think so. And I think that's right. He has decided to stay as well. He could have pushed for a move this summer. And he's been very happy to stay, work with Marco Rose, work with the players that are with him at Borussia Dortmund. And he knows that, okay, he's not going to be a free agent like Kylian Mbappe or like a Paul Pogba potentially. But 75 million euro clause, release clause for Erling Haaland, this is nothing. This is almost like being a free agent kind of thing, because all the top clubs who wants him, they can afford that. They can afford that plus the big wages. Whether we talk City, United, Chelsea, now that the Lukaku is less likely, and same for City if they get Kane. But still, you get the idea. So I think he's happy to stay. And next summer, there will be a bidding war for him. And he will be very happy with that. And he will be able to pick where he wants to go. And that may well be Real Madrid to play with Mbappe. But let's not forget what I was saying the other day on the show. The whole idea for Mbappe is to be the star. He is to be at the center of everything. And if Erling Haaland comes at the same time as him to Real Madrid, there's room for one king. And then the other one will be a prince. And I don't know which one will be who.
The reason I asked whether or not he knows where he's going, Jules, is that if I'm Manchester City, how hard do I really push for Harry Kane? We're hearing reports now 150 million could be the price that would get Daniel Levy negotiating. Why not wait 12 months? You've got a squad that has already won the league last season, made it to the Champions League final. You've added Jack Grealish as well. Why not wait 12 months? Why spend all that money now on Harry Kane at 28 when you get Erling Haaland, of course, a much younger version who will be at the club and become a club legend over, 10, 12, 13 years?
But do you get him? I think this is the question. With Harry Kane, he wants to come. He's pushing for a move. Everything is in place, pretty much. Let's say, okay, you still have to deal with Daniel Levy and Spurs, but this is the story. Yeah, with Erling Haaland, of course, you go, it's half the price for someone who's 6 years younger, 7 years younger. But then who knows now, as we've been saying, what Erling Haaland will want to do in a year's time? Who knows what Mino Raiola would want him to do, or even Alfie Haaland? And for all we know, City can say, okay, let's forget about Kane this summer, and we go all in on Haaland in 12 months' time. And then in a year's time, Haaland says, oh, you know what, City, my dad played for you and I really want to play for you, but not now. Now I feel like Real Madrid, or I feel like Liverpool, or I feel like, I don't know, wherever he wants to go. And then you've missed out both on Kane right now and on Haaland in a year's time. And what do? You still play Ferran Torres as a number 9? So as expensive as Kane is, at least you know that he wants to come, and you know this is doable, and you know you're going to push for it, and it might well happen. For Haaland in 12 months' time, you don't know, because it's not just be you. Right now with Kane, it's only City. With Haaland, it would be far more than just City, and I think there's the risk that you might not get him in a year's time.
Ian Darke's been waiting very patiently. Ian, what do you think?
Well, I think the Harry Kane saga is probably going to go right down to the wire, to the deadline day. I don't think anything's really changed, actually, with that situation with Kane. He wants to go. They've had talks behind the scenes. He wasn't in the squad at the weekend. The reason given, reasonable reason, he's not really up to full match sharpness yet after his break. But I think what's going to happen moving forward with this is that we're going to see Tottenham say, not a penny under 150 million. How far will Manchester City go? They're kind of saying now, well, we're losing patience with the whole thing. So we'll see what happens when we get up against the deadline. I think Spurs are trying to play hardball right at the very last minute with it. I've got a feeling that it might go through quite dramatically at the last moment.
What a consummate professional Ian is. His ear falls out halfway through, just keeps going. Ali, you look at this.
Yep.
I'm gambling if I'm City. I'm gambling on Haaland coming in 12 months' time.
And I understand exactly what you're saying and where you're coming from. And I just said I don't play poker and I don't gamble into the future. But I'm gambling with you, Dan. If I'm going to spend whatever amount of money, and I'm going to get in a bidding war, and I'm going to end up spending $150 million anyway for Erling Haaland because of that bidding war that is going to happen, I'd rather spend that money on Haaland than I do on Kane.
But Jules said he might not go. Then you're left with nobody.
I thought you wanted me to gamble. I'm gambling with you. What do you want me to do? We're gambling together.
I'll be the voice of caution now.
No, that's not your role, first of all. Look, if I have a chance at Erling Haaland, I get after Erling Haaland.
Right.
And if that means sacrificing Harry Kane this year, again, I don't think that these are mutually exclusive, but in this scenario that you're putting forth, I'll take Haaland over Kane. I'm thinking the future. I'm thinking 10 years of this rather than a few years of this. So I understand your point. And while I don't like to gamble, in this particular scenario, I'm going after Haaland, even if that means sacrificing Harry Kane.
Frank, are you spinning the wheel?
Yes, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go for Haaland because, as Jules explained, you're sure to be the only one to get Harry Kane. I understand 28 against 22 is maybe, worse to wait a year. But I'm a player. I'm Erling Haaland. I'll say, okay, I'm going to have all the biggest club in the world. What I look at the big picture. I look at the history of each club who can afford me. Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, I don't know, maybe some others. Manchester City, because the grail of all players in the club is to win the Champions League.
Right.
I'm sorry, with all due respect, for maybe the best club in the world right now, and with finances, very stable finances, the only club who didn't win the Champions League right now is Manchester City. And we know how hard it is to win the Champions League. So you will have the tendency to go to history. History is Real Madrid. It's Chelsea. It's Barcelona. It's Bayern Munich. It's Juventus. But it's not, right now, Paris Saint-Germain or Manchester City. So I don't know. If I'm Manchester City, I say, okay, the guy is not sure to come with us because maybe we didn't win the Champions League. I don't know, because of the history of the club, it's not as good as or as big as the others. I don't play poker. I get Kane. I get Kane because I know he already knows the Premier League. We know what he's worth. We know what he's going to give to us. So I'm gonna buy him.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.